Imagine for a moment that the core beliefs and teachings you've held on to since childhood, those cherished stories about Jesus, might not be as complete as you once thought. What if some of those truths were edited, twisted, or even erased? It's a sobering thought, but it raises a crucial question. What else might be missing? What if the knowledge that could lead to deeper spiritual understanding has been hidden from us? In this video, we are about to embark on a journey to uncover shocking truths about Jesus' life and teachings, and how they may have been altered over time. By the end, you'll see just how significant it is to question inherited narratives and pursue your own truth. One of the greatest mysteries we'll explore is the life of Jesus. What was left out, what was changed, and why? We begin our story not in the dusty archives of history, but with a modern investigator into the hidden mysteries of our existence, Dolores Cannon. She wasn't just a hypnotherapist helping people quit bad habits. No, Cannon used hypnosis to uncover deep-seated memories from her subjects, memories of past lives and ancient knowledge, including revelations about Jesus himself. Her book, Jesus and the Essence, presents a version of Jesus' life that contradicts the mainstream, suggesting that much of what we've been taught could be incomplete or even distorted. But how did we get here? And more importantly, why were these teachings suppressed? To truly understand this, we must turn back the clock to the 4th century AD. Christianity was still in its infancy, spreading rapidly across the Roman Empire. But this rapid expansion posed a problem for Emperor Constantine, who was trying to unify his fracturing empire. And so, in 325 AD, Constantine convened the First Council of Nicaea, a pivotal moment in Christian history. This wasn't just a gathering of spiritual leaders, but a political maneuver. The council made decisions that would shape Christianity as we know it, deciding which texts would form the Bible and, just as crucially, which would be excluded. At first glance, this might seem like an administrative decision. But as we dig deeper, it becomes clear that the choices made were anything but neutral. Constantine's goal wasn't just to preserve spiritual truths, but to solidify his political power by controlling the narrative of Jesus' teachings. This meant that certain teachings, especially those emphasizing personal empowerment and inner divinity, were deliberately minimized or erased. The focus shifted from personal spiritual growth to the authority of the Church. After all, if the Church could position itself as the sole gatekeeper to salvation, its power would grow exponentially. Take, for example, the concept of reincarnation. Early Christians, like many other spiritual traditions, believed in reincarnation, the idea that the soul returns to earth in different lifetimes to learn and grow. But after the Council of Nicaea, reincarnation was wiped from official doctrine. Why? The answer may be more political than spiritual. If people believed they had multiple lifetimes to improve their souls, the Church's control over their eternal fate would weaken. By removing the concept of reincarnation, the Church reinforced its authority over salvation, positioning itself as the sole mediator between people and eternal life. This begs a disturbing question. What other teachings have been altered, erased, or hidden away? Rumors have long circulated that the Vatican holds ancient texts that could drastically change our understanding of Christianity. Hidden within the Vatican's secret archives, these documents might contain knowledge that would upend the foundation of Christian belief, exposing truths that have been kept from the public for centuries. Now, speaking of hidden knowledge and untapped potential, have you ever wondered how you could effortlessly attract massive wealth into your life? Imagine unlocking secrets that could transform your financial reality starting today. If you're intrigued by the idea of uncovering shocking wealth strategies, I invite you to check out the link in the comments below. It reveals groundbreaking insights from a rogue NASA scientist on how to manifest huge money with ease. Don't miss out on this opportunity to explore these transformative secrets. But for now, let's return to our exploration of spiritual truths and the hidden teachings of Christianity. Some believe that these documents reveal teachings that emphasize personal spiritual empowerment, suggesting that we can connect directly with the divine without needing a formal institution. If this is true, then we might be missing out on vital spiritual truths that could help us grow, evolve, and take control of our own spiritual journeys. The Church's narrative, then, would be one of external authority rather than individual spiritual freedom. As we delve deeper into these mysteries, we encounter a modern practice that sheds light on ancient beliefs, past life regression. Therapists use this technique to guide people into a deep, relaxed state, allowing them to access memories of their past lives. These memories are believed to reside in the subconscious mind, and when accessed, they can reveal hidden truths about our soul's journey. Some describe vivid images, powerful emotions, or even physical sensations that seem to come from a time before their current existence. The idea of reincarnation isn't exclusive to one religion. It can be found in spiritual traditions around the world, from Hinduism and Buddhism to some early Christian sects. By exploring their past lives, many people hope to understand their soul's purpose, uncover valuable life lessons, and gain clarity about their current existence. Critics, of course, argue that these memories may be more imagination than reality, shaped by suggestion, personal beliefs, or cultural influences. But for those who experience past life regression, the memories often feel real, with meaningful connections to their present life. Despite scientific skepticism, the practice of past life regression has grown in popularity, especially among those searching for answers to deep personal questions. Reincarnation offers a broader perspective on life's purpose, suggesting that we are here to learn, grow, and evolve over many lifetimes. This concept challenges the traditional Christian narrative, which emphasizes a singular lifetime followed by eternal judgment. As we consider these alternative perspectives, it's important to remember that seeking spiritual truth is a deeply personal journey. Manifestation is another practice that resonates with many people today. At its core, manifestation is the process of bringing something into your life through focused thought, belief, and intention. Whether it's wealth, health, happiness, or personal goals, manifestation teaches that aligning your thoughts and actions with your desires can bring those desires to life. However, manifestation isn't just about positive thinking. It requires action too. For instance, if you want to manifest a new job, it's not enough to simply visualize yourself in that role. You also need to take practical steps like updating your resume, applying for jobs, and networking. This combination of belief and action is what makes manifestation so powerful. One principle closely tied to manifestation is the law of attraction, a concept suggesting that like attracts like. In essence, this idea proposes that the energy we put into the world, whether positive or negative, mirrors back to us. Positive thoughts and intentions are believed to attract favorable outcomes, while negative thoughts might draw in less desirable experiences. This notion gained significant traction in modern times through popular books like The Secret, but its roots run deep in ancient spiritual traditions. Long before contemporary authors and motivational speakers, ancient spiritual traditions were already attuned to the power of the mind. In Buddhism, for instance, there's a profound teaching that what you think, you become. This reflects a belief that our mental state profoundly influences our external reality. Buddhism emphasizes mindfulness and mental discipline as essential tools for shaping our experiences and understanding our true nature. Hinduism, too, offers a rich tapestry of practices related to the law of attraction. Here, the use of affirmations or mantras plays a crucial role. Mantras are sacred sounds or phrases repeated with intention to focus the mind and align one's energy with spiritual goals. By continuously reciting these affirmations, practitioners believe they can transform their consciousness and, consequently, their reality. This practice underscores a fundamental idea. Our repeated thoughts and words hold the power to shape our world. Both traditions highlight a core belief that the mind's power extends beyond mere thoughts, influencing the very fabric of our reality. The alignment of our inner state with our outer world is not just a modern concept, but a timeless principle observed across various spiritual paths. This deep connection between thought and reality reflects an enduring wisdom that continues to inspire and guide seekers around the globe. Manifestation and its critics. Manifestation, while embraced by many, is not without its skeptics. Critics argue that it oversimplifies the complexities of life by suggesting that positive thinking alone can change circumstances. For instance, proponents of manifestation often emphasize the power of the mind to attract success, love, or wealth, but skeptics point out that this view ignores significant external factors. Socioeconomic conditions, systemic inequalities, health issues, or trauma are realities that positive thinking alone cannot resolve. Critics argue that focusing solely on mindset may lead to unrealistic expectations and a kind of blame the victim mentality. If someone isn't successful, it could imply they didn't manifest hard enough or maintain a positive outlook, which may overlook the challenges many face due to their environment or upbringing. Moreover, some skeptics view manifestation as overly simplistic and potentially harmful. They argue that it risks encouraging magical thinking, where people believe that wishing for something hard enough will make it come true without addressing the practical steps and real-world actions needed to achieve those desires. For instance, in contexts of financial struggle or poor health, critics say that manifestation, while useful for mindset shifts, shouldn't replace tangible efforts like education, career building, medical treatment, or systemic reform. As a result, the reliance on manifestation can sometimes delay necessary action or even foster a sense of helplessness when the desired outcomes don't materialize, reinforcing the belief that you're just not thinking positively enough. That said, manifestation remains a powerful tool for many, particularly because it empowers individuals to focus on what they can control. By shifting one's mindset, people may begin to take actions they otherwise wouldn't have, motivated by a more optimistic outlook. For instance, someone struggling with self-esteem might use manifestation to visualize a better future, which in turn encourages them to take steps like improving their skills or seeking out new opportunities. The key critics and supporters alike acknowledge is that positive thinking must be paired with intentional effort. Rather than a replacement for action, manifestation can serve as a complement, helping people to feel empowered in the face of difficult circumstances. The power of gratitude in manifestation. One of the central pillars of manifestation is the practice of gratitude. While manifestation often focuses on bringing future desires into reality, gratitude shifts the perspective to the present moment. Practitioners believe that by recognizing and appreciating what they already have, they can attract even more positivity and abundance into their lives. This idea aligns with the law of attraction, which suggests that like attracts like, positive energy brings more positivity, while negative energy may invite more challenges. The practice of gratitude helps to break cycles of lack-focused thinking. In a world that constantly pushes people to desire more success, more money, more validation, focusing on what is already abundant in one's life can shift a person's emotional state from dissatisfaction to contentment. This shift is crucial in manifestation, as those who practice gratitude often find themselves in a higher vibrational state, which is believed to align with positive outcomes. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you for the obvious blessings like health or loved ones, but also about appreciating the small, everyday moments, like the warmth of the sun, the comfort of a cup of coffee, or even the lessons learned from difficult experiences. Scientific studies have even shown that practicing gratitude can rewire the brain, leading to increased happiness, better sleep, and improved resilience. By cultivating a gratitude habit, people begin to train their minds to focus on abundance, reducing stress and fostering a more positive outlook. This mental shift is significant because it changes the way individuals respond to challenges. Instead of fixating on what's missing or wrong, those who practice gratitude are more likely to find silver linings or creative solutions, which in turn helps them manifest their goals more effectively. Furthermore, gratitude reinforces a cycle of abundance. The more someone appreciates what they have, the more they attract situations and opportunities to be grateful for. This creates a feedback loop. Positive emotions lead to more positive experiences, which lead to greater feelings of gratitude, and so on. As this loop continues, practitioners find themselves in a more empowered and proactive mindset, taking actions that align with their desires and intentions. However, gratitude, like manifestation, requires conscious effort and consistency. It's easy to slip into patterns of scarcity thinking, especially when faced with real-life challenges like financial struggles, relationship issues, or health concerns. But by making gratitude a daily practice, whether through journaling, meditation, or simply reflecting on the positive aspects of one's life, individuals can shift their focus from what they lack to what they already possess, opening the door to even greater abundance. In summary, while manifestation has its critics, the incorporation of gratitude allows individuals to balance the desire for future goals with an appreciation for the present. This combination of gratitude and goal setting not only shifts the mindset toward positivity, but also encourages practical action, making manifestation a powerful tool for personal growth and self-empowerment. As we circle back to the heart of our exploration, it's clear that religious institutions, especially the Vatican, have played a major role in shaping the stories we know today. From the Council of Nicaea to the accumulation of wealth and power within the Church, religious leaders have long controlled the narrative of spiritual truth. This control has allowed them to maintain their authority, but it's also meant that some teachings, particularly those that empower individuals, have been left out. Today, many people are seeking spiritual growth outside traditional religious frameworks. They're looking for answers that resonate with their own experiences and beliefs. But this journey requires questioning established narratives and being open to alternative perspectives. In conclusion, we've uncovered the possibility that much of what we know about Christianity and Jesus' teachings may have been altered or hidden. From the editing of religious texts to the suppression of beliefs like reincarnation, it's clear that there is more to the story than what we've been told. But the journey to spiritual truth is deeply personal. It's up to each of us to seek out the answers that resonate with our soul and to decide what we choose to believe. Whether through past life regression, manifestation, or simply questioning the established narratives, the key is to remain open, curious, and willing to grow. If you found value in this exploration into the hidden truths of spirituality and religion, consider subscribing to our channel and supporting our journey into deeper understanding. Together, we can continue to seek out the truths that have been hidden for far too long.